Can you see me crystal clear, girl?
I can see you crystal clear. Can you see it, people?
Can y'all see me? Send some hearts or something. Let everybody know that y'all can see me because my internet, I've been like under the weather with my internet. So can y'all see me crystal clear? Can y'all
Hey,
see
I
us
can.
crystal clear?
Yeah, you looking good. So, what we talking about tonight, Lisa? We want to welcome everybody back from last Wednesday. And
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. How was your Thanksgiving? Welcome back with the Falisa and Deb show. We are so excited tonight. We have a few questions that we want to ask you guys tonight. As you guys know, on the Falisa and Deb show, we're talking about relationship goals. So, with that being said, Deborah, would you please explain to them what that means?
relationship goals. I mean, and when it comes to relationships, there are a lot of goals, a lot of things to consider, a lot of
Yep.
things, a lot of work, to make the relationship work. And so we're just trying to break it down for you guys over a series of episodes. So,
Right.
last week was about why do men and women cheat?
And
And
boy,
tonight
did
we're
we
gonna and
boy
tonight
did we get the feedback? We had to get off live. We had
yes,
to get off.
indeed.
Girl, do you know we was on there like a little over an hour?
We were. It was a
But it was
real discussion,
it was
conversation.
very interesting. It was very interesting. So
It
tonight,
was.
we're just gonna put it out there for the people and just wait on the feedback and see what everybody has to say about their relationships go, whether it's good, bad, pretty, and ugly. We want to hear about it all because one thing we do here on the Felice and Deborah show, we talk about ours as well.
Mhm.
We talk about ours as well. So welcome back, guys. Welcome
Yep.
back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So tonight's topic is problem solving, conflict resolution together, men and women solving problems.
Woo!
Now I'm gonna tell you what can kind of get a little murky and a little deep. The type of
Woo!
problems that you may have, right? And every solution may not fit all. So we're gonna start there, and we're gonna start with a very simple question that I consider an easy question. And I think this is the first cornerstone, the first building block in order to be able to position yourselves to be able to problem solve effectively in the relationship.
I like how you
And
use the
here's the
word
question.
effectively.
Effectively.
I like how
Okay.
you use that word.
So, what are some easy ways to build trust and respect between men and women in a relationship? Trust and respect.
What's the easiest way?
Yes.
Okay, I'll answer that. I'm not going to pass on that. I'll answer that. The easiest way, it's the easiest way. I'm using me. It's the easiest way, and it's also a hard way.
All right, Lisa, you disappeared on us.
Okay, can you see me now?
You're back. You're back.
Okay. um, the easiest way, um, just let's try not to lie to each other. Let's just be honest. Let's just be us. And that's also what I have learned
Mm-hmm.
dealing with relationships, marriage, even though I'm not married anymore, but meeting
Mm-hmm.
people, dating. I am dating now. So it's to me, guys are fearful of that word trusting.
Hmm.
It's hard for them to 100% trust because it's always a red flag. Okay, it's always like a guard there. I want to
That's
trust you, but
interesting because I always thought it was the women who, they find it hard to
well,
trust. If you're saying the men, okay,
well,
let's
I'm
dive
saying,
into this.
I'm speaking. Can you see me clearly? Can you hear me clearly?
Oh, yeah, you're crystal, you're clear,
Yay!
crystal clear
So
on this.
what I'm saying, I said from me. That's why I said I can answer that. I'm not going to pass on that. For
Okay.
me, that's what I have dealt with. Like when I was married, I feel like when we first got started dating, courting, or whatever, and then once we got married and as we was getting to know each other and running
Mhm.
into some, hiccups and stuff, I feel like the trust kind of wavered in my marriage. We're being honest here, right?
Absolutely.
And
No judgment zone.
and I have noticed since I've been divorced, trying to date, meeting guys, just talking to guys in general, that's a red flag for them. Like they're so afraid to trust. But for me, it's kind of easy for me to trust. I guess that's what it, I'm a Leo to my heart, I guess. If
Mm.
I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you're telling me the truth, you're proving until you're innocent with me. I feel like
Okay.
I'm gonna believe just about whatever you say within reasons. If it makes sense to me, if it
Mm-hmm.
sound right, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
trust you. I mean, I got your back. I'm your cheerleader. I'm in your corner. But if he's starting to do something and it's kind of wavy, like I'm like
Mm-hmm.
you testing my patience, you testing my gangster here with this word trust, baby.
So you're gonna trust them until they give you a reason not to.
Until they give me a big reason not to, because sometimes it can be a little thing that leads up to a big thing.
Uh-huh.
And the little thing is, I'm gonna trust you if you tell me, well, babe, I had to work late. I'm gonna trust you on that
Okay.
until you start working later and later and later.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're supposed to get off at 7, but you're getting off at 8,
Uh-huh.
9, 10, 11, and then
Uh-huh.
you're not calling. I'm calling you, you're not answering. I ain't gonna come look for you, but I will call out of concern. And then you want to call me back 11, 12 o'clock, midnight. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I went home, went straight to sleep, or I was at work, or I had to stop by, do whatever. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you tested my gangster. You tested my trust.
Okay, so if their routine changes, that's kind of like a red flag for you. Now, when that routine change, do you immediately go into Inspector Gadget mode, or do you
No,
wait, or do you sit back and wait?
no, because like it don't have to be working. Like he can be coming from church. Um,
Okay.
he can be at the grocery store.
Okay.
It can be anything. But if it becomes like a repetitive thing, like if it's just like, okay, all of a sudden now you
Uh
you
huh.
you're not you you're falling off your pattern. You're falling off what I'm
Right.
used
Right.
to.
Right. Right.
And then when I start to question you out of concern, you think, because this has happened to me. That's why I can answer this. He think I'm checking up on him. I'm grown. You don't have to do this and do that. I'm not
Right.
checking up on you. If you're telling me that you're gonna be here at a certain time, I'm gonna be looking for you. And if you're not here, I'm gonna start calling, texting, or whatever, trying to figure out, are you okay? What's going on? Are you
Right.
still coming? Are we doing this? Whatever. Whoop de woo de woo, and I can move forward. But when you started to when you he starts to get a little aggressive and like he's
Yeah.
going in protective mode, oh yeah, that I'm looking at that word trust now. What's going on?
Well, we
Cause
got
I've been
Rod
there. I've been there.
Jones on here, Lisa. And Rod Jones, she kind of, I think her statement here agrees with you. Trust everyone to be themselves, or who they say they are. So I believe she's like you. I don't know if she's a Leo, but she's gonna have open trust until you give her a reason to close them doors. And as I say, go into Inspector Gadget mode. And I'm gonna have to agree with you as well. I'm the same way. You're innocent until proven guilty. I'm gonna trust you until you show me otherwise. Now the thing with me that's different from you,
Oh,
if
okay.
I start to see some things, I don't care how subtle they are. I'm gonna put my Inspector Gadget on hat on because cause let me tell you, Lisa,
I didn't see
let me
that
tell
coming.
you about
I didn't see that coming.
let me tell you about Deborah in her 20s.
Okay, go ahead. Talk
Oh
to him,
my
girl.
goodness. I was school, baby. When I say I was school and prepared for the world, prepared for the dating scene. I ain't gonna call no
Okay.
names though.
Okay.
But we already had some issues in the relationship when it came to trust or whatever. And it just so happened we were at said person's house, visiting mom or whatever. And I had my oldest daughter with me. We were in separate vehicles. And I was, gonna head home, give her a bath and feed her, get her ready for bed and stuff like
Right,
that. And
right.
he was gonna go hang out with some fellas.
Okay.
So all right, so
Hmm.
I head on, but something for some reason, I don't know, I had to turn back
That woman
around.
intuition. That woman intuition.
Lisa, I
That
had to
first
turn back
mind.
around or something, Lisa. And
That
how
first
about
mind.
Yes, and how about I see his vehicle backed into the backyard of his cousin? I said,
Say
"Well,
who?
wait a
Say
minute
what now?
here."
Say who, Deborah? Say what
His
now?
his vehicle was parked behind his cousin's house. I said, now wait a minute now. Now you supposed to be going to hang out, and then you in your vehicle. So if you aren't in your vehicle, where are you? Who picked you up? Who you with? I didn't bother to call the phone or nothing, cause usually I be
Uh-huh.
going off.
Uh-huh.
I took my child to the house. I gave her a bath as I had planned. I fixed her some dinner. I put her and her food in the back seat of the car, and I drove back over there where his car was. And there was a little open space. And it was secluded. It was hidden by some bushes, but it was enough for me to bag that car in
FBI Inspector Gadget Deborah.
and sat there and waited. And I waited and I waited.
Lord, you was in your 20s. You was in your
Yes,
20s, right?
I was in my 20s.
Okay.
And lo and behold, I waited long enough, and there he was, and there she was driving them off.
Oh, 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 oh,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah.
God, I'm 52 and I still feel that 30 some years ago. Oh, 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 oh.
Good times, good times, Lisa. I ain't gonna tell no more on that story, but good times.
Well, I was about to ask now, just to sum it all up. We're talking about the word trust. What
Yeah.
happened? What happened?
See, there are all these ties into this series about relationships, right? Because we were talking about, okay, the cheating and stuff, and why not just leave them? Because that heart just don't be ready, even though the mind is telling you so.
You know, we talked about this last week. Look what Tip Over said. Just nosy. Tip Over, we need you need to clarify that just nosy. Are you talking about we just nosy because when she went home and did what she had to do for the baby and came back out because her first instinct, her woman intuition told her, something was going off on the radar because she saw the car back then. Tip Over, you need to make that a little clear. And by the way, yeah, I have
Oh,
my army gear
hey.
on tonight. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, Tip, I'm ready tonight. Yeah, you
Oh,
right. I got my camouflage on tonight like I've been hunting.
what
But
you talking about?
you need to
Just
make that little more
no.
clear, Tip Over. We need to make sure that you're not saying we're
I was
being
nosy.
nosy, like we're trying to spy on, you know, them.
Right.
You need to explain this just nosy, Tip Over.
He do.
And
Because
let
it
me
don't
take a swallow while you explain it.
because Rod Jones, she's on my side. I felt something wasn't right. And she said women don't need to see. We just feel it first, then we go FBI.
We go straight FBI, straight gangster, straight gutter. Cause if I know you was in your 20s, okay?
Yeah.
I haven't experienced that, but I came close to something. I know you was in your 20s. We're talking about relationship goals and the word trust tonight, and nobody's judging nobody. But you was in your 20s, you had a baby. He
Yeah.
said he was going left. You went right and went home and did what you had to do.
Right.
But you saw the car back then. And that kind of bull crap is still going on today now.
Thank the Lord. I don't know nothing about it.
No, but it's still going on.
Cause
It's still going on. I didn't have that, Deborah, but I did
mm-hmm.
have an incident with a guy since my divorce. Because when like we said last week and week before last, when
Yeah.
I got my divorce, they don't make men like they used to. So I was trying to find my way. I have finally found him, but or I have who I have, but when I first tried to get back out here in this dating world, trying to meet a
Mm-hmm.
man,
Mm-hmm.
the man was talking crazy. I ain't know what the man was talking about.
What the
First of all, I'm old school to my heart. Y'all listen. I'm a Mississippi girl to my heart. I'm a country girl to my heart.
okay.
I don't know nothing about this Sweetwater men. These Sweetwater men. I don't know
What
nothing
is a
about them.
Sweetwater man, Lisa?
Girl, I met a guy. I can say what restaurant. Can I say what restaurant?
Yeah, just don't give
Longhorn.
don't name the guy.
Longhorn. And I was sitting there at the bar eating, single woman minding my own business, sitting there chilling. And you know how guys come in, they love to pay for your food or buy you a drink or whatever.
Right, right.
And I was like, no, I'm good. I said, no, I'm good. Because I hadn't had nothing to drink, didn't want anything to drink. And I was just eating and having a relaxed day. So he came in, and he was a brother and had on his suit and stuff, took his jacket out, laid on the back of the chair, and I he was He looked like he had a long day. He ordered him a drink. And after about 2 or 3 drinks, he started talking and he said, "Well, I know you're not married." And I said, "How you know that?" He said, "Because I don't see a ring on your finger." I said, "That don't mean nothing. I could have left the ring at home, or I could have taken it off or whatever. A ring don't mean whether you married or not." So long story short of that, he was talking. So he decided he wanted to engage and talk to me. And by the way, I was looking like a bomb. I had my hair pulled back in a ponytail, no makeup, sweats on, shirt tied around my waist, kind of like how I'm dressed now. Because I don't dress up. I just dress up the top part because we on live DM Future TV and YouTube live TV. So he decided, he wanted to start asking men and women questions. This was about 4 5 years ago, because Big
Right,
Daddy was in my
right.
life. I've had Big Daddy now for 4 years, so it's been about 5 6 years ago. But he started talking all this Sweetwater talk, telling me everything he thought I wanted to hear. Then I started talking because at first I wasn't saying nothing; I was just listening. And Tip, I'm still waiting on your answer. And
I know he done paused on
and then he gonna say, so after he was said everything he had to say, and I'm listening, hadn't had nothing to drink, so I had a clear mind.
you. Uh-huh.
Belly was full, so I said, well, I ain't even catch your name, and I'm not gonna call his name because I still remember. So, and I said, well, let me ask you something. With everything that you just said to me, I said, let me ask you something.
I'm sorry.
I'm from Mississippi. I'm old school to my heart. I said, well, would you help a woman pay her bills?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He said, yeah, if she helped me pay mine.
That's what he said. Okay, then.
Let me take another swallow of this. I said, well, I'm glad I ain't looking, because ain't no way in double L I will pay your bill.
That
You know.
ended it. That ended that. Well, Tip got a answer for you. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
read that.
That woman intuition should have told you to have. Deb, I think that answer for you.
It don't matter. It
Tip, where
look.
you
It
at?
don't
Where you
even
going,
matter.
Tip? I see you back tonight, Tip. Where you,
It
Tip?
don't
What
even
you do?
matter.
Tip, are you at work or you off, or do you even work?
I
What you
mean,
doing tonight, Tip?
you know what? That response right there, Lisa. You know that's what men want to hear because they don't want you following up behind them. They don't care how many reasons they give you.
But you better, hey Tip, I know you a dude. You better not be my man and talking about you going to hang out with the boys and I see you bagged up, posted up somewhere. See, Deborah did good. Deborah, you never did say everything you did. You said I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh, I
I'm
got
gonna leave
that.
it
I
alone.
got it. But Deborah did good because this 5'2" feet right here. I'm telling you now, we wouldn't be on Facebook. We wouldn't be on YouTube Live. I wouldn't be on YouTube Live.
Hey, Miss Burks. Hey, Miss Burks. So, okay, so we done kind of dove back into the cheating, but
Hey, Miss
all right,
Burns, welcome back, girl. Hey,
welcome
Miss
back. We
Burns.
want to hear from you. Join in the chat. So, okay, you asked me. I assume you asked me, okay, did I leave him after all that or whatever? So, of course not, because my heart was still in, even though my mind was telling me to leave.
You said
Sometimes
that.
it becomes a mind over matter because that heart don't be want to let go of that mind. Like you stupid if you stay, right? So
Yeah.
if okay, so I decided to stay. So how do I solve that problem with him?
How did you? If
I
you care to
didn't.
elaborate.
I did not solve that cheating problem with him because he has to have a ready-made mind to be devoted to me and only me.
That's true. But let me ask you something. After that, because we're talking about the word trust. So
Yeah.
after that incident, after you saw the car, you saw him, you saw her. I mean, woman tuitions or not, straight talk Tip, woman tuition or not, all jokes aside, when you saw the car backed up, like posted up, you saw him, you saw her, that was it, man. That was the game. That was the deal breaker right there. And if you chose to stay out of love in your 20s, I get it, and you stay. But how much longer did you stay in that relationship after that? Like, how did your trust, if you can go back down memory lane, Deborah, did you continually to trust him? Did you lose some trust? Did you not believe anything that he said? How did you handle that when you saw that? Because you didn't whether you never said, so I'm speculating here, okay? You
Mhm.
said you saw him and her, whatever they were doing or were not doing, you saw him back there somewhere, Tip, with another woman. She was supposed to be the main woman. She at home with the baby, Tip. So I'm just saying, I'm just asking, woman intuition or not. You said her ASS should have left. I can't say it, but you can say it. It's a whole lot of stuff I wish I could say, Tip, but I just can't say it on YouTube live TV. But how did that change the relationship? Because women are going through that today.
Yeah, I mean, well, I caught her dropping him off at his vehicle.
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay,
You
guilty.
didn't
Okay,
have to catch them in the act. When you're going through a
right.
divorce, the judge or the lawyer say, well, you got to catch your spouse in the act. You didn't have to catch him in the act. Your five senses or even your sixth sense kicked in. If she dropping him off,
Of course,
so how
of course.
you stayed with him out of love? Did the trust get stronger or weaker?
Oh, the trust got weaker. I mean, because at that point, that wasn't the first occurrence.
Ah!
That was the
Go!
first time I caught him red-handed. So of course I stayed. The trust did not increase; it got worse. And even though the heart was in it, I love this man. I was miserable. There was no trust. I'm always on guard, like who calling the phone, who
Right,
beeping, who.
right, right. As you should.
There's no peace in it. Once that
Right,
trust is
right,
eroded, there is no peace in the relationship. And that took me maturing and growing. And don't get me wrong, I don't take that relationship for granted. It has
right,
made me into the woman that I am today. Yeah, and it has positioned my posture to where I am better able to problem solve. And I'm not going to even say problem solve, be in a position to where I'm more aware of my choices.
right. You're more aware.
And before I see a problem brewing, you can make certain decisions or maneuvers and whatever the case may be to try to keep it from becoming a problem.
Like I always say, I pick my battles. But girl, look what Tip wrote. Tip, uh, you
That's for
need your
you.
own talk show. Tip said, "That's right. I ain't paying no bills. You can't get husband duties from a boyfriend prices." Tip, I never said he was my boyfriend. I said I met the man at Longhorn. I was sitting there minding my own business, eating my own food. Let me come closer to the camera, Tip, because you answering these questions with a delay. Tip, tip over. I never said he was my man. After he said everything he said, that made me ask him because he was boasting and bragging and being cocky. So that made me ask him a simple question, being a full grown woman that I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I've
Mm-hmm.
been out here a long time. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this tip over. And I just asked the one question that I know a lot of men don't like to answer. So that's why I asked it. But I never said once on this live tip that he was my man.
Okay. All right. Clear it up for the
I'll
people.
drink to that.
Clear it up for the peoples. And I appreciate your comment, Jeff. Jeff says stronger emotionally.
Stronger
You are
emotionally.
absolutely right. Stronger. It did make me stronger emotionally.
Let
But
me sit back. Look like
but
Tip.
but
Look
when we're
like Tip
talking
coming for me.
about problem solving, let's say you are in a committed relationship. You don't have to be married, but we want to talk about both committed relationships, whether you're married or not. And whatever problem presents itself in your relationship, I think the most important thing is not just hear what your partner is saying. If you're having an open dialogue about something that's going on in your relationship, take the time out to hear what your partner is. Don't just hear, but listen. Be an active listener, because I have at times, instead of just listening, my mind was trying to counter. How am I going to come back and counter what this person is saying, because I want to be right. And that's the other part of it too. Don't always want to be in a position of being right, but you want to be in a position. You want to be open to receive their input, digest it, mold it over. And that's compromise. I hear what
Compromise.
I'm listening to what you're telling me, versus me just trying to come back with a counter argument about what you're saying. So active listening is very important when it comes to problem solving in relationships.
It is, but you know what happens? One person, with that, what I hear a lot of, one person, like one of the partners will nut up. Like you said, whether you're married or shacking, dating, whatever you're doing, one person will nut up because when they feel like, say for instance, if a man feels like his woman is getting on him a little too deep, a little too hard, I hear this a lot, even from my brothers. I have four brothers, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
they'll just pull back from the conversation. Because what they'll say is, I'm not going to argue with you.
Right,
That's
right,
the first thing they'll say. I hear people say that so much. I'm not going to argue with you. And it's not about arguing, it's about talking, trying to compromise. We're trying to work on it, we're trying to fix it, because when you don't fix a problem and sweep it on the rug in any type of relationship, no matter what you are, it has the tendency to pile up. If you keep sweeping stuff under the rug, after a while, that rug gonna start getting lumps in it because you
right,
haven't fixed the first thing, the trust issue.
right,
How can you gain my trust back if you keep doing what you're doing? How
right.
can I trust you with things? If you're my boyfriend, Tip, and we've been girlfriend and boyfriend for 3, 4 years, and if I trust you enough to give you my card, my debit card, say put some gas in my car, but you take my debit card, you put the gas in my car, and you go out and buy you some speakers. That's never happened, but it happens to women. It happens in
Mhm.
relationships because a lot of women, like I say all the time, they just want to be loved. Women just want to be loved, and they want to be loved by their own man. They want to be loved and they want the attention from their own man.
Mhm.
But a lot of men, they take that for granted. They'll look at the woman on TV, the idealistic woman on TV, on the computer, on their phone, and say she fine, she sexy, she this and she that. And a lot of times their spouse, their significant other, their girlfriend, baby mama, partner, friend, or whoever is sitting right there, but you never tell her or him they're sexy, they're beautiful, they're cute.
Mhm.
So that word trust goes along the same line as that word love to me.
It does.
To me.
It absolutely does. It
To me.
absolutely does.
Where you
And
at, Tip? Where you at, Tip?
yeah, let's get some feedback from everyone out there. I mean, if you've had any experience with trust issues or any issues where you're not able to truly solve problems in your relationships, what do you think are some of those stumbling blocks? I mean, we all have our own experiences, and like I said, the solution could be different based on the person that you're with, but I think is universal a communication block that is universal across all relationships, personalities, ethnicities, or whatever. When you get into that argumentative state, when you're talking about or trying to talk through a problem in your relationship, more often than not, you want to be the person that is right. You want to be the one that is correct. And in order for you to be that person that is right, that is correct, you're not listening. You're actually trying to figure out how you can rebuttal what that person is saying. And to me, that's a lack of disrespect. Because if you can't listen to me and hear what I'm saying, then it's all about you. And so in
What about
essence, you're
that?
in this relationship by yourself.
Yeah. But there are a lot of people in this world that feels like they're in a relationship by themselves, men and women.
I get that. It's both sides. It's both sides.
Um, like I said a couple of weeks ago when we was talking about the word love, it's guys out there that want to love just as hard as women, but they've been hurt just like women.
Yeah. I agree with
And
that.
when you've been hurt, trust trust ain't too far from love.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because it's love, trust, hurt, communication. After a while, when one person stopped talking, how can you, like you just said, how can you be in it by yourself?
Right. Right. In
I've been
essence,
there. Now I've been there. I've been in that position.
yeah. Being told
I
you
was
ain't yeah.
I was in a relationship, but because he didn't want to talk, he didn't want to fix the problem. He kept wanting to ignore it, sweep it under the rug
Mhm.
until it got so bad. And then I looked up, 2, 3 years had passed. And I'm like, Why am I still here? Why am I? What am I? Why am I here? What am I doing?
Right.
You know, do I love you enough to stay here and just keep on? Because we was together 3 years, and like the first year and a half was great. I'm not gonna use the word perfect, but it was great. Because when you meet them, like I told you a long time ago, when
Mhm.
you meet them, you meet
Mhm.
their personality in the beginning. And
Mhm.
so as the years went by, things he started to do a lot of things. He started to change in a lot of things that he was doing, and I noticed it. So when I started to question it, at first he was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then it went to, well, why you watching my phone? Well, how you know? And then why you questioning me? And then it went
Mhm.
to, I don't touch your phone, you don't touch my phone. But hey, dude, this how you got me started. When I met you, you had two phones. When we started talking and getting to know each other, you would tell me, baby, answer my phone, answer that phone, answer this phone. If it's this person or that person, just tell them I'll call them back or whatever. But then as we were getting to know each other and became
Mhm.
comfortable with each other, he started to change. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's why I
We
say I'm
talked about
not
that.
new to this. I'm true to this.
Right. 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 Right.
So that word trust is right there with love, faithful, committed, communication. You know, if you're married, I'm not gonna go biblical on that, but yeah, yeah,
Okay, I got you. I got you.
yeah.
So we're talking. So what would you say are some of the common? And this question, if you guys can answer too, that'll be great. Well, wait a minute. Before I do that, Jeff said in my 20s I didn't
Oh,
trust.
I see what Jeff said.
You see,
I see it.
I didn't trust no 304. Now that I'm wiser with uh discernment and more knowledge about reactions from women, I now get it. I
Okay,
pay
Jeff.
close attention to what's said and what's not said.
Talk to
Nonverbal
him, Jeff.
communication.
Talk to him, Jeff. Because my
Nonverbal
great
com-
grandmama told me when you in your 20s, you're young and dumb. But I was kind of grown in my 20s because I had my license at 15. So
Oh, you just ready to get out there.
I didn't want to do the lifestyle because I was raised by all women, no men around to punish, chastise, whip, discipline. So I was raised by all women, all strong black women. And I saw, how they were with their
Uh-huh.
children, how they didn't let a man run over them. Them women held it down.
Okay. I mean, you still got those type of
Okay,
women
Tip.
today
Here
now.
go Tip. Read what Tip wrote, Deborah.
These things can be hard to fix when you have one dealing with a logical aspect and the other. Oh, God. I wonder who's the logical one and who's the emotional one, Tip.
Tip, I got you, Tip.
I'm,
Hey, Memphis Hood. Hey, Memphis Hood. Where you been?
after a
Look.
man be with a woman for a period. uh, wait a minute now. Now you Tip in Memphis, Hood. Are y'all related? Cause y'all saying the same. Y'all kind of hear the tone of these comments. After a man be with a woman for a period of time, he gets bored with that woman. That's what caused him to cheat. But you know what, Lisa? We talked about that in that cheating episode. When I said when you newly dating or whatever, and you get that newness feeling, you
Oh,
all
look what Tip,
excited.
look what Tip over wrote. That sound good, Tip over, until I'm
Baby, I would
52
put
now.
an extra two what
Two
grand on
grand.
that car for you and not take it.
I'm grown. I ain't
Lisa,
saying nothing.
Lisa, I'm gonna
I
let
ain't
you and
saying
Tip
nothing.
have it. I'm gonna let him, but I want to understand from Tip who's the logical one and who's the emotional one that he's referring to in his comment.
Talk to us, Tip.
Yeah, let us know. And in the meantime, while you're getting your
Memphis
thoughts and
Hood. Memphis
look,
Hood, you need to be a little more you need to be a little more.
I don't know what is there more to be said with that comment. He got bored.
Basically is what he said what he said. Now Memphis Hood went. Now
Exactly.
he said what he said, but like he said, after a man has been with a woman for a period of time, he said after a man been with a woman, not after a woman has been with a man. Cause he tip over. I mean, no, Memphis Hood went. See, that's what happens. Y'all get us, y'all tell us everything y'all want us to hear. And but a strong black woman like me, Let me move this wig back so you can see me. Can you see me? You need to look deep into these big old brown hair, baby. But a real
Give it to him,
woman like
miss.
me, huh?
Give it to him.
A real woman like me, I'll know from get go whether I can trust you or not. I know from get go because all I do is study you. I just pay you some attention in everything you do, everything you say, how you look at me. If we're around each other, because you can hide a whole lot behind FaceTime too, and on our
Mm-hmm.
messenger.
Yep, yep.
Um, I'll be just like Destiny Child. Say my name. If ain't nobody around you, say my name. Cause something sounds strange. So, Memphis Hood, that sounds real good. A man get bored with the woman, but see, we get tired of y'all too. I'm kind of DM Fusion TV. I'm getting kind of in my feelings a little bit because I can't talk on YouTube Live like I really feel. I can't say this like I really before I go up. Um, um, you get with them, huh? Well, I
Yeah.
want to ask you something, but I'm kind of scared. We're live. I'm kind of scared to ask you. I want to ask you something so bad. I can't. Can I?
Go for it. Cause this
Okay.
matter of fact, I'm gonna give you some. I'm sure you see this next
Uh,
comment. Let me give you some
Memphis
fire.
Hood, you were saved by Deborah.
I'm finna let you get behind him because Memphis Howie said, even though I love my Honda, my old relationship, it's good to keep a Cadillac or Mercedes on the side to keep spices going.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I was about to say, but I can't. I can't say it just like I want to say it, Memphis Hood. I want to ask you how old you are, but you might not tell me. But I'm 52. I'll tell you mine. So I ain't scared. Uh, ah! I don't want to. I don't want to get in trouble. Woo! I don't want to get in trouble. You 44? Okay, you grown
Okay,
enough.
okay, he grown
Um,
enough.
I like my Honda too. I like my Denali. I like my I like my Mercedes. I like my Porsche when I had one. But when nothing take the place of that Ford Fusion dude that I had at the time,
Okay,
because he didn't have to drive a Mercedes. He didn't have
okay,
to drive a Benz. He didn't have to show me his bank account. It was how that MF looked at me. It was
okay.
what the MF did for me. It was how he made me feel as a whole woman.
A whole
Until
woman.
Memphis Hood, and 4 years later, I'm still looking cockeyed and excited every time I see him. And oh yeah, by the way, he's 62.
Okay, then you served them. I think you served them. Let's see what Miss Burke
Man,
said.
I wish I could say what I really want to say.
I think you did quite well. Well,
Oh,
Miss
I wish I
Burke
could talk
said,
to Memphis Hood like I really want to. You about to make me snatch his head off in this wig, boy.
"Don't do it." Miss Burke said a woman gets bored over time too, baby,
Huh? I
especially when
said
you
that, Miss
giving
Burke,
her.
but I didn't come out and say it, but I said it.
There you go. Said we'll cheat too. Keep on serving that BS. That's
Jeff
what she
Lee,
said.
where you at,
That's what she
baby?
said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Okay, Miss Burke, I can't get up and do my dance because I'm sitting in a different kind of chair tonight. Cause
Oh,
I thought I was gonna be sitting back chilling, but I see I'm sitting up. Miss Burke, you all right with me, chick?
okay.
You all
But
right with
look,
me, Jeff Lee? I don't believe in side pieces. If I'm all in, I'm all in. Jeff
oh,
Lee, I ain't gonna drink no wine today. I'm gonna drink some water to that, baby.
that is so sweet. I think Tip
Let
can
me
learn
tell
something.
you something,
No,
Jeff. Whoa! See that right there? That's what women want. That's what they need.
Memphis Hoodwink can learn something from Jeff Lee. I believe that. But Tip
I ain't gonna mess
said
with
you
no
can
more because I
keep
don't want
love.
Memphis Hood. I don't want him to cuss me out. Here you go. There you go. Seems to me that you got a good slide. Some men just tired of sliding down the same slide, boy. That's why they find another playground.
You know what,
I
Lisa?
bet Memphis Hood. I bet if y'all stand side by side, I bet you I wouldn't have no problem with sliding down the one that look like he belongs to me. I bet you that. But you better be glad I can't talk like I want to, boy.
Lisa.
You got me itching in this chair. You better be glad I can't say what I really want to say. You catch me on Facebook Live. You call my phone number when you get through. I got something to say to you, and we can go live on Facebook, and I'll tell your ass all about it. Oh yes, boy.
Lisa, we ain't
Uh-uh.
gonna solve no problems. We supposed to be helping people solve problems, and we got it. We got
I ain't no sliding boys. Hell,
surfboard.
surfboard, surfboard. I love you though, baby. Thank you for your comment. I love you. That's what it's all about. And with nobody passing judgment, this is an open
We ain't. Hey,
live
that's
talk.
how he. That's right.
That Memphis hood. 44, Jeff.
Look, Memphis, Memphis Hood. But what you think about this though, Lisa? Because Tip said you can keep love. You can
Wait, I
keep
didn't see that.
love, but I want your respect in return, and I will love you. But don't love and respect go hand in
Um,
hand? Because if you love someone, won't you respect them? Come on with it. Come on with it. We see you enough.
I'm not playing in
We can hear you clearly, but you're fine. You're fine.
the morning.
You're
Um,
you're fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
can you see me for real? Because I need
Yes,
Tip to
we
see
can
me.
see you.
You know,
I I disagree. I disagree with that.
and my daughter do not do the love word, the L word. She do not.
But why? What got her there? You're
She
not
said,
born
"Mama."
feeling
She
that
said,
way.
"She said, Mama." She said, "These guys don't know nothing about no real love. These guys, they just want to play. They don't even want to be in a relationship. They don't even want to introduce you to their parent. They just want to say this is my friend. They just want to have a lot of friends."
I mean,
I got first cousins, second cousins. All of them say the same thing now. I talk to them all the time.
what has changed that dynamic? It has not
These
always
these
been
men,
that
these men, they ain't made to 45 and 50 yet.
way. What Jeff Lee said, yeah, but there's a difference in loving someone and being in love with someone, and that is so true. That is so true. Because I shared last episode that
Uh
I,
uh
yeah,
uh
yeah.
you're absolutely right.
I mean, that's true. I
You're
mean, I
right
already,
there.
yeah, I already shared.
Definitely,
I
you're
married
right.
someone that I wasn't. I think you should marry someone you're in love with. Now I know there's
But
different
we talked
races.
about that too. A lot of people don't get married for love now. A lot
I
of people get
know.
married for the show. They
Yeah.
get married for convenience.
Yep.
They get married because uh she got to help him with his bills if he helped her with her
Yeah. Absolutely.
um
Convenience. Convenience.
convenience. So, you got a few people get married for love,
Hmm.
or because they've been together so long, and they feel like they want to try them to get married. A lot of people been together a long time, and they'll get married, and they don't stay married 2.5 seconds. They don't stay married longer than John stayed in the army. But I
Oh yeah.
found out about 6 months ago why John didn't stay in the army. Hell, because John didn't get off the bus. That's why he didn't stay in the army. He didn't get off the bus.
Well, Tip got a statistics for us. According to statistics, over 80
I
Three.
read that.
That's a whopping number.
I saw that.
Why is that happening? We
I'm
need
gonna
to
let
dive
Tip
into that
answer. I
next
saw that, but
episode.
I saw that. I'm gonna let Tip answer it.
Tip, why is that happening? Why a whopping
Since
eighty-three
you
percent
know,
of women are
since you
leaving?
going Tip, since Tip going global cybersecurity on us, I'm gonna let Tip answer it. I
Well,
believe a Tip. I believe I know why, but I'm gonna let you answer because you're 44, and I like the way you think.
that's Memphis Hoodwink. That's 44. Tip hasn't revealed gender or age, but we want that answer from him.
Okay. You're right. Yeah,
But
I will
Memphis
take a look.
Hoodwink said these men know you could pick a. I'm not reading. Go ahead, Lisa. Lisa,
I'm gonna drink the water this time.
you know you can pick a peanut out the peanut bag and peel it, and then throw the whole away and what? And oh my God, and move on. You know what? This person right here don't want. They don't want no relationship advice. Memphis Hoodwink is Memphis Hoodwink a lost cause?
Women don't really want an emotional, intelligent man because that comes with boundaries. You know what? Tip over.
Hmm. Okay.
You finally got my attention. I knew you was about 45, 50. You finally got my attention. Now that speak now you just spoke like a real man because you know what? We talked about that about 2 weeks ago, Deborah. We kind of sort of mentioned it last week, but we talked about that about 2 weeks ago when we was talking about that word love. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right, Tipo. I hear a lot of men say it. Like I said, I have 4 brothers. Me being an only girl and the oldest, oh yes, I get my conversation in. The majority of people in my family, the guys in my family, yes, they talk. We talk. We're a wide open family down here in Mississippi, baby. So you said something that I hear a lot of. You're right.
So does
You're
that mean
right.
the woman just wants to be free and married?
Well, he said women don't really want an emotionally intelligent man. They just, you know, now that's what Tip over no, that wasn't Tip, but that was Memphis Gold said. Memphis Hoodwink said.
No, no, not Memphis Hoodwink because he on a different planet. They'll come from Tip. Memphis Hoodwink talking about pulling peanuts out the bag and throwing them away once they're done.
I don't see that. I saw it because I clapped to it.
Well, yeah, that was Tip. I mean, yeah, I appreciate what, yeah, the emotionally intelligent man because there are
But where
boundaries
is it?
there.
I don't see it anymore. Where is it?
Which one are you looking for, Memphis Hoodwink?
The one that he wrote emotionally and intelligent.
You probably got to scroll back down.
I
Just take your
did.
finger and scroll back down.
I am, but I don't see it. But he's absolutely right. He right. No,
Uh,
you're right on that one.
yeah, it looked like he may have retracted the message, so that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
I don't see it, but yeah,
But Jeff Lee said
you hit
modern
that one
women.
in the ballpark though.
Yeah. Jeff said modern women got on the feminist train and now they don't want or need a man. Well, I'm here to say I am not she. No, I mean I appreciate the time and era that I was raised in, because I mean I believe my opinion, my opinion only. I'm not giving any advice for you to go lead and guide your relationship in, but I think a man has a place in the household, and that is the head of the household. I truly believe that. And no
Now,
matter how much I make, no matter how much I have proved to myself that I can stand on my own, I want to be with a man that knows how to lead. But
okay,
I'm not going to be with one that does not, because I'm not
I'm
going no anywhere. You're not going to lead me into a
I'm with
ditch.
you.
You're not
I'm
going to
with
lead
you.
me into a brick wall.
I'm with you, Deborah. But you know what? And I know that's biblically speaking. And we have a lot of men, married men, because that's spoken for married men with the statement that Deborah just made, y'all. Um, that a man supposed to be the head. I'm all for that if he's the head. But if he's the head, he's gonna have to show me he's the head.
Hmm.
He can't be my, I'm not married, y'all. So what I'm about to say, don't y'all beat me up. He can't be the head and he don't work, or he work and he's not helping out. He can't be the head of my address or our address if we're living together. Because I don't live with my man. He stay at his address and I stay at mine. But if you're wanting to be the head as my husband, your meat is gonna have to come up to par. It's 2023. I can't be out there doing it and then here you come, either you have stepping, have class doing what you're supposed to do, but you want to throw up in my face, I'm the head of the household. How in the devil you the head of a household and you ain't got no job? A lot of women been running into that. I've been hearing this from a lot.
Absolutely.
I've been hearing this
Absolutely.
from a lot of women. How are you the head? And I get up and go to work every day, 5 days a week, 8 hours, 9 hours a day. And I come back home, you haven't cooked dinner, you don't work, you haven't washed dishes, you haven't helped the kids with the homework. And if you don't have kids, you haven't done anything around the house. But because you're my significant other, you're my husband, you can so easily say, well, I'm the man, I'm the head of the household. You ain't the head of this household, not if I'm doing everything. So when we get ready to file taxes, I'm filing separate.
She just said she filed a separate tax. You ain't going to the
Jeff
tax.
Lee said modern women got the feminist train and now they don't want or need a man. Well, Jeff, let me kind of say something to that. You're right, they do, because they have education, they have built their self-confidence, they have done a lot of things to enhance their lifestyle, and they've been hurt by men or maybe even people, co-workers or church members, so they have found that strength within themselves. So you're absolutely right about that. um I can sit here and say I don't need a man. I need a man to do the things that I can't do for myself. Because a lot of things I can do for myself, but a lot of things I can't do for myself. And since I've had a man, he has made that transition for me easier as a woman.
Well, what if we change the word from need to want?
I want a man.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
gonna I'm not gonna say what I really want to say today because that'll open up a whole nother can of worms. But I'm a woman. I'm a heterosexual woman, so I want a man. I want a man, but I want my own. I don't want to have to share. I'm selfish and call me what you wanna. Uh, 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 Memphis hoodwink and tip over. I don't want to share. I'm 52. I've been down that road done. I done played in the mud enough. I want my own man. So we can sit there and play patty cake together. We ain't got to be on no seesaw slide, but we can play patty cake together.
And
And
isn't
I'll
it
drink
better
and I'll
anyway?
drink to that.
And isn't it better anyway to want someone versus to need? Because once that need is fulfilled, you just Memphis Hood, we
I
go
just
off to the
Deb,
next.
I just all in a nutshell, Deborah, I just want my own man. I just want my own. And so far right now, right here, I feel like I have him.
That's
We're
beautiful.
not
That's a
married, but
beautiful thing.
I can't tell the difference sometimes. But he at his address and I'm at mine, and you get it on. So, Memphis Hood Wing, tip over, tip over. You get along so good when you stay at your address and I stay at
All right
and we
now.
come together for the love.
All right now. All right now. Well, I want to remind everyone that there is a poll out there that we would love for you to take. So please
Please do.
do so. Um and I guess one final question, because I don't see any comments, any new comments in the chat. Want to make sure I'm not overlooking anyone.
Yeah, I'm going back up too, cause I tell you,
All right.
it's easy
Well,
to look over somebody.
all right. So we can say this.
Tip over, tip over. Said, Lisa, you making so many faces tonight. I'm gonna make a movie. Well, here's one for you. I like Tip over already. Don't even know him. But
All right.
love you, Tip
That's
over. Thank
beautiful.
you.
Beautiful. All
Look what
right.
Memphis
So
Hood when you put down. Look, God, look what Memphis Hood.
girl, what is
I
that?
love you. I love you too, Memphis Hood.
Memphis Hood, when you have definitely brought a different dynamic to the show, much
A
appreciated.
very different dynamic. A
Absolutely.
very different.
Absolutely. He kind of went through went against the grain. That's all right.
Hey,
We
hey,
we
I'll take
welcome
it.
all
I'll
of
take
that.
it.
We
I'll
welcome
take it.
all of that.
I'll take it. But listen, you guys, thank you guys so much for joining into the Felice and Deborah show tonight here on DM Fusion TV, YouTube Live. We really, really do appreciate it. You guys was a joy tonight. Thank you, Miss Burke.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Burke. Thank you, everybody who came on and voiced your opinion. Remember, on this show, there's no judgment. Everybody is just stating, past, present, and right now relationships, because no one knows what's going to happen in the future. And if you have a beautiful thing in your relationship, whether you're married, single, shacking, whatever, with you, some of you guys out here may be widows, but whatever it is, whoever that you have in your life, um, that's your significant other, your partner, your mate, your soulmate, or whatever. Just
Hmm.
love on them and just appreciate them, no matter whether they're a sliding board or a merry-go-round. Just love them and appreciate them. So thank you guys so much for the love tonight. We really, really do appreciate it. Deborah, thank you with your beautiful self. I
Oh,
love doing
thank
the show with
you.
you. You set
You're
the tone. I love your inspiration. I love the way I really do love how you take the show and the questions and the people comments and put them in a perspective where everybody can get it. And so you get two thumbs up from me. Thank you guys so
oh,
much. We'll see
thank
you back here
you.
next Tuesday with the Talk to Him Felicia Today show, 6 Central, 7 Eastern time, right here on DM Fusion TV, where we're live on YouTube Live. And next Wednesday, we're coming back with more
Absolutely.
relationship goals, questions and thoughts and opinions. Tip over, Memphis Gold, Jeff Lee, Miss Burke, so forth and so on.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. Love it.
to add to that, thank y'all so much. So, Deborah, you can add to that.
No, I think you said it. You put it quite well. I mean, the wrap up was beautiful, and I definitely enjoy doing these shows with you. I like our fan base. I love the input, their feedback. There is no judgment zone here. So Memphis Hood Week, all your input, it was, it definitely brought a different dynamic. We appreciated that. That just shows you that all is welcome. So you guys come back here. Tuesday for Felicia's show and Wednesday for another relationship goal topic. You guys have
RN
a
said,
beautiful, wonderful night.
Miss Burke says she didn't keep blowing kisses, and RN said, can't wait till next
Oh.
week's show. Thank you so much. And tip over, I'm looking for my Mimis. Here go another one.
Appreciate you
Love you
guys.
guys. Have a
Have a
great night.
beautiful
DM
night.
Fusion TV, YouTube Live. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Have a good night.
Good night.
See you guys next week.
All right.